It has been fairly admitted that any explanation so far given by our forefathers are only fairy tale grandma stories. We have explained God or truth as a non moving, non hiding, uncreated, above consciousness entity that is unattached to any movement. And we have stated that the seer, one who sees, is the absolute principle that cannot be created. Anyone who tries to create this principle will end up creating the scene. The panorama, hence, it is the singular principle that is non moving, yet seeing through all our eyes. It is not hidden or masked, and nobody can hide it. It is separate from consciousness, hence unknowable, yet very evident and undeniable, and in no way connected to the so called creation present in every one of us, unattached. Reflection is the process of getting reflected on the surface of that is like glass painted with mercury. And you cannot get a reflection from a seer that is absolute and non moving. The so called reflection will cause a movement, however infinitesimal it is, which will make its own definition infectious. The seer, being unique, cannot see himself or know himself. The only way to see him is to be present in front of the mirror, and there is no way that he can know himself. And he is present in all of us, in our consciousness. He is present in this universe as a reflection, not only in living beings, but in stars and every molecule, including nothingness. This is possible by the consciousness, since it has the quality to reflect itself, having a coating of the reflector. What type of mirror is consciousness? Convex, plane, multi-dimensional, or all of this? It is subtle, more subtle than space, shining like 1,000 suns, and as pristine as a clear crystal. It is conscious of itself and imagines unendingly. It can unify, multiply, and diversify through its imaginative capacity. All these qualities are drawn from the reflection of the seer in it. How consciousness has emerged for the first time is a difficult proposition to explain. Like all grandma stories, it could be that a notion to see oneself in many mirrors may have emerged. All of a sudden, in 1 billionth of a second, consciousness emerges, causing a pulsation multiplied by reflection and forming billions of universes. The original seer was God reflected in that consciousness, unlike a Big Bang. In a Big Bang, the universe emerges from singularity. Singularity cannot propagate energy, matter, time or space, which requires minimum 2 points. It is not the first reflection that has percolated into the universe. A second reflection of the seer in the primordial consciousness has given birth to all living organisms. When evolution has matured enough to withstand the DNA staircase, the second reflection has given birth to living beings. What is the second reflection? When two mirrors are placed parallel, your first reflection falls on a mirror and your second reflection falls on the rear mirror. The unending reflections bend and disappear. Earth and the waters of the ocean stay in space. Space is reflected in the ocean waters. Which is the first reflection? The reflection of the space in the sea again reflects in bubbles, froth, etc., which is the second reflection. The second reflection is that which gives life to living organisms. When the bubble slowly ascends and reaches the surface of the ocean, it bursts and becomes free, one with primordial consciousness. As it goes, the only way to see ourselves is to be in front of a mirror. We are reflected not only in the mirror, but in the frame as well, in the wall on which it is placed, and in between objects, from tiny molecules to supernova. If your friend reflects you, your enemy, or someone who holds a different view, all of them help you see yourself. Will you be destroying the mirror? The only way you can see yourself. In one of the temples, the deity is a mirror, depicting the only way you can see yourself and get deliverance. As in the case of the bubble, to wake up and search to infinite, leaving aside all disillusionments, it is to be noted that the second reflection of the absolute seer has become a living organism and is not at par with the absolute. This universe, which is motion, nothing but motion, is seen as outside of the individual consciousness by the interference of the mind. It has to be admitted that this motion filled universe is a logical fallacy, and I can very well say that I am not this, but the absolute seer.